No, there's not.
Shut up!
So where are we starting? Hold on.
It's going to be very simple. And then Craig will say something and then everybody go to your person.
Okay. Is this like Secret Santa?
So, hi.
Oh my god, shut up!
This is the formal part of the evening, and I've been asked, I don't know why.
You are the leading man.
I am somewhat the elder statesman of the cast.
No, you're
Not by age.
Oh, well.
To basically just make a small presentation, we have some gifts, obviously, for the people who were on the production side of things. Because, as we all are aware, when it comes to the creation of art, it requires that somebody take something that is otherwise just written on the page and envision it. Think of what that might actually look like when you put people behind those words and in those costumes and singing those songs. And this show, as we're all aware, was particularly difficult for a number of reasons. One, because of MTI. What's wrong with MTI? Two, because the show itself, no offense to those who love it, doesn't make any fucking sense. Three, because our original director, who is not here, was actually never really here. In my opinion. I think also just because people who do this kind of thing, whether for a living or because it's a hobby, do so because they can't not do it. So there's a drive, there's a passion, there's a desire to try to create something that's new and that says something about the human condition and that affects people, that drives a level of passion and sometimes craziness and anxiousness and, I will quote someone, rude bitchiness, that we all bore witness to over the time, but clearly helped to create the sort of environment where we each had to step up and take on the challenge of telling this ridiculous story in as truthful a way as possible. From my own personal standpoint, you know, my goal was to not suck. I didn't want to let any of you down and not sell it or not keep the runaway train on the track. And I appreciate the fact that at whatever point in this process everybody else found that place for themselves. That seems to be true. And I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful for the cast. You know, we don't get gifts. But that's only possible because there is a theater company called Old Library Theater that decides to do this 3 to 5 times a year, and because there are people who decide to devote and volunteer their time to produce shows, to direct shows, to musically direct shows, to scream about vocal warm-ups. All the sorts of things that force us to find within ourselves the ability to become somebody else and to tell a story that affects other people. So the fact is, whatever else has gone on behind the scenes around here, and there's been a lot, more than perhaps some other shows, we, I think, have told a story that has affected us and affects the people who see it. And that's the whole point. All the other things kind of don't matter. And so this is really just a moment to thank the people who created that opportunity for us to step into those roles and do those things. So my understanding is that there are other people throughout the room who have individual folks that they're going to present things to. So I'll turn it over to them, but I just want to say not just thank you to everybody for participating in the process, but specifically thank you to the people who create the opportunities for us to do something that's unique in life, and that is reflect it back to ourselves and to other people. So thank you.
Yay!